Hey everybody, Brian Koziel back here on Tee to Green. We'll get back to Kevin Sylvester and PGA Pro Jeff Meadis in just a few moments, but joining us now here is Ryan Hasenauer from Batavia Downs Gaming. And
Hey there.
we got the cat even in the middle of the screen for those of you watching here on Zoom.
I wouldn't be surprised if my cats join us as well. They might pop up here at some
That's
point.
right. That's right. Oh, geez. Yep, they love getting around this computer. Anyway, Ryan, welcome to the show.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a little later, unfortunately, than we normally have you on, as we, of course, Batavia Downs, the big part of our majors contest every year on Tee to Green. And we know the first major was supposed to be back in early April, the Masters. We have no golf. We have no golf majors. We have no live sports except for some horse racing, which we'll get to in a
Great.
second. But, as far as our majors contests go, we will just shift it a little later in the calendar for a chance to
Great.
get some great prizes.
Absolutely. We've of course been a proud sponsor of Tee to Green here for a while now, and giving you guys those hotel rooms and giving them free food and free play and all that other good stuff at Batavia Downs. Hopefully, when this is all done and dusted, we can welcome everybody back, and we'll be happy to give away those prizes. Interestingly enough, Brian, besides horse racing, our hotel is actually still open as well. So I guess if you're looking for a day to get away from your own house, you could stay at the casino, but you can't go downstairs and play. You can only go to the hotel room. So
Yeah. No, it's obviously been tough. I mean, you and I are big sports fans. We're Buffalo sports fans, and the Sabre season cutting short. We know as we record this, it's NFL draft weekend, so there'll be some Bills talk obviously going on. But it is weird. I'm sure it is for you too. Like, sports is a big part of my life, especially my nightly entertainment and my weekend entertainment, and not having a lot of it around. Like it's definitely different.
it is. I was able to catch that Jordan documentary on Sunday night. Really looking forward to that as it kind of comes down every Sunday at 9. And one other thing that I'm liking watching is NBCSN has been showing a lot of USA triumphs, gold medal games, and athletic performances from the Olympics. Because, of course, the Olympics, as we know, has been postponed as well.
Yeah.
So watching, gold medal basketball games and watching volleyball games and anything with Michael Phelps always brings a smile to my face. So really looking forward to watching those too.
Oh, yeah. He's so dominant. Ryan Hasenauer, the Director of Marketing from Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel, as well as Western OTB, joining us here on Tee to Green. Okay, so next week would have been our talk about the Kentucky Derby.
Indeed.
That obviously postponed, but there is horse racing going on. I know you mentioned the Arkansas Derby is scheduled to go.
Yeah, and in fact, there's actually pretty big stakes races each and every weekend. I'm looking at the Western OTB website here, and it lists out that this Saturday, of course today, as we're listening to it on the 25th, Golden Gate, which is out by out in West Coast, Oaklawn, which is in Arkansas. They both have stakes races going on all day long. Big races with big trainers, big horses, all those things are going on. So you can watch, wager, and win on BataviaBets.com. As I mentioned before, NBCSN is showing a lot of Olympic stuff, but what also NBCSN has on their shows or on their program is on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 4 until 8 o'clock. They're showing live horse racing. And so you can wager on your tablet or your smartphone or your PC, and you can certainly watch there too. Watching on your phone, kind of tough, it's a kind of a small screen. So if you can make a wager on Batavia Bets, but then tune into NBCSN on that nice big screen you got in your fan cave or in your living room and watch a race as it goes off, that's actually a nice little thing to be able to do. So there is horse racing going on every single day, big races on Saturdays. And as you mentioned, Brian, at Oaklawn, the Arkansas Derby, which was normally scheduled for, I believe, I want to say the first week in April, they've moved it to Kentucky Derby Day on May 2nd. So you can tune in and watch that, and it'll be a big race. They had 99 nominations for horses that wanted to run in that race. And that goes to show you that the horse racing is still going strong in the places where it's still running.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I will definitely admit, I know next Saturday I will be sad that I'm not at Batavia Downs doing our normal show on WGR to get ready for the Derby. But I do have a mementa here from a previous show.
Look at that.
By Kentucky Derby Glass that I had my morning juice out of today. And of course, all the memories of going through all the past winners that are there. And of course, we've got Triple Crown winners When you think about the Derby itself, the Kentucky Derby, just that race solely, for me, a great American tradition, a sign of like spring is officially here. What does it mean to you, Ryan, for someone that's in the horse racing industry?
It's really the kickoff of the horse racing season. And, we go through that, the Preakness, the Belmont. Then we get into the summer at Saratoga, and you get the Travers, the Haskells in there as well over at Monmouth Park. And then, of course, you get ready to end it all with the Breeders' Cup races there in early November. It's really the kickoff, of the season. Much like NASCAR. NASCAR does their big race at the start. They don't do their Super Bowl at the end. Horse racing is kind of the same way. They do their Super Bowl first to get people excited. So, there's so many fond memories of Kentucky Derby Day because it is such a fun day at Batavia Downs. And as we have done things with WGR and with yourself over the years, it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And this year was going to be absolutely incredible. We had a really funny T-shirt planned. We had all the pins and the glasses, ordered and everything. And, we have the 3 parties that we have at Batavia Downs. Of course, visiting your own TV branches, easy bets for those free programs. And Todd coming out with his picks. Everybody wants to know Todd's picks. And is it raining? What's the weather like? All those little things, it's very comforting. And I think that when it comes back, it'll be Labor Day weekend this year. So, we'll be ready for that. All those things will be back, and it'll just be like just getting into like your favorite pair of shoes, right? It's just very comfortable, and it makes you feel good knowing, all right, this is something I'm expecting. And it just, even no matter what happens, whether a favorite wins or whether a long shot wins, when when you hear the bell go and the horses come out of the gate and everybody starts screaming for their horse, I just can't even help it. I smile because I think about how excited everybody is. The potential of winning money is there, and it's crazy too, because now that we have sports betting in Western New York and in all of New York State, now you can bet on like all kinds of things, right? But before this, legally, the only place you could actually wager on something was on horse racing. So that was something special because not everybody had a guy that they would place their sports wagers through. So, but there's still that because, if you bet $10 on the Bills and the Bills covered the spread, well, you made $10. Nobody's giving you extra odds, because the Bills covered the spread. But when you bet a long shot in a horse race, that's where you make the money. That's where you're turning 20 into 250,000. So there's still that potential. There's still that excitement. You and I exchanged emails the other day, Brian, about that big pick six.
That's right. Yeah, it was a monster payout. If you want to quickly kind of catch everybody up on what happened there.
Yeah, so basically there's something called the Rainbow Pick Six, which is a bet where you have to pick the winners in 6 straight races. And sometimes it's at different places. It's at Gulfstream, it's at Fauner Park, all different places have a pick six. But at Gulfstream, they have something called the Rainbow Pick Six, which is basically if one person has the winning ticket, they pay that person the money. If not one person has the ticket, like if multiple people have the winning pick six, they get a small payout, but they take the vast majority of money and they move it to the next day, and they move it and they move it and they move it until there's an automatic payout. And that's what happened the other day, where somebody put in a 50-cent wager because it's a 50-cent bet. Well, this particular one was, sometimes it's 20 cents, but in this particular scenario, a guy made a 50-cent bet and he won. I think it was $500,000, right? It was $500,000. So
amazing.
They're doing okay in a quarantine, at their stay-at-home order, whoever that was, wherever they are, wagering from home. They were able to make that wager. And on Florida Derby Day, which is Gulfstream's big race, they had a record day, and not one wager was placed on site. Every single wager was placed through an online, advanced deposit wagering system like Batavia Bets, and they still had a record handle because people were at home and they're looking for something to do. So,
wow, that's amazing.
It is.
I do want to just to ask you one thing before we go about people that maybe want to wager on these races that are going on right now. What's the procedure to get on to Batavia Bets and get going?
So if you go to BataviaBets.com, you just click on the sign up. There's a sign up link there. Before that, you can click on the promotions tab. You can see all the promotions we have. Basically, if you wager $100, you're going to get some of your money back right away. Also, if you wager at least $25 anytime in the month of April, we're going to send you a postcard for $25 in free play at Batavia Downs once Batavia Downs reopens, which is basically like your first $25 is free. So we got that going on as well. Once you sign up, you're able to access various like tip sheets. There's a gentleman named Kevin who writes for us and some other places, and so he'll give you his daily picks for Gulfstream. Todd Height, who will be posted on our Facebook page, daily picks from other handicappers who are handicapping Oaklawn, or handicapping Gulfstream, or handicapping Tampa Bay. So you can check all that out on our Facebook page. But yeah, just go to Batavia Bets, sign up. You'll need to have your social security number, and you'll have to figure out how you're going to make a deposit into your account. You can do that any number of ways. There's you can do it through your credit card, through a company that we have called like Green Dot. I believe you can also just do a straight deposit from your checking account. And then, of course, once we reopen all the OTB branches, if you get paid, like if you hit a big, jackpot or a pick six or a big exacta, and you want to get paid, you can go to any OTB branch and you can take your money out. You can also deposit money in an OTB branch too once the OTBs are up and running. But that's something nice that we have over the other online ADWs. You got to wait 3 or 4 days for a check or a deposit from some of those places. And so, once we're back up and running, you have that immediacy. If you want to get money or you want to deposit money, you don't have to wait. So it's kind of nice.
Excellent. Ryan Hasenauer from Batavia Downs Gaming. The first golf major, we'll have our majors contest back with a chance to win great prizes from Batavia Downs. The 2020 PGA Championship, which will be in August. At the moment, Rory McIlroy is the top betting favorite, 8-1. Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, 11-1. Tiger Woods, Justin Thomas, 14-1. So that'll be the first major in August. And the buzz leading up to what would have been the Masters a few weeks ago with Tiger trying to defend his title, Ryan, I'm sure would have been massive, one of the biggest sports stories of the year. Let's just hope that we still get that build-up coming up when the Masters gets replayed in November and Tiger is healthy and ready to go. I'm sure everybody will want to see if he can defend his title from last year.
Absolutely. I remember texting you as we got through Saturday and through Sunday last year on Majors weekend. And, what a magical moment that was. I think they broke records from a TV standpoint, right, as far as viewership, Brian?
Yeah, it was, I think it was that and the 97 Masters when he won his first one, when he blew away the field, like, in terms of what CBS got for the ratings for it. Yeah, it was pretty amazing TV to watch. What a comeback story.
Right. The Tiger effect, as they call it, I think. And it was great to see, him, give his son a hug there, just like he had hugged his dad, when he won the first one back in the day. So that's quite a touchy moment. I think I watched the full highlights, or maybe it was just Sunday's highlights on YouTube the other day. I've been spending a lot of time going back through and reliving moments, whether they be sports related or, as I am a wrestling fan, sports entertainment related. And just anything that I was physically at or remember being in the moment with friends and watching and saying, I remember the joy and the excitement and the surprise or whatever it was, and saying, okay, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole here on YouTube or any other, online content website and just enjoy that and relive those moments just to forget about what's going on here. So.
Yeah, we've certainly have our fill now of old sports. A lot of us in Western New York watching some of these Sabre Classic games or old games on all the various networks of different sports. It's been a good trip down memory lane, but I'm ready for live sports to come back. And of course, you can get your live sports action in if you want to get in on some of the horse racing that is going on around the country. BataviaBets.com is the website. Ryan Hasenauer from Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel with us, proud sponsor here on Tee to Green. And when our majors come back in the plan is August for the PGA Championship, we'll get our contest back up and going. Ryan, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, Brian. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
All right. Ryan Hasenauer there. We'll be back with more Tee to Green. Brian Koziel, Kevin Sylvester, PGA Pro, Jeff Meadus right after this, coming up on WGR.